Namaste and welcome. This is a gentle yoga class. It's really gentle restorative yoga, but my intention is for this class to be accessible to those who don't have a lot of yoga props. So we'll be using minimal props in this practice. A yoga mat is great if you have it. If you don't, you can always just stretch out some blankets on the floor. I've grabbed a bed pillow, and it's mainly just for using underneath your knees. You may also like to have a pillow to place under your head in relaxation, or a folded blanket. And then I also have a folded blanket here, which you can use to sit on when we're in seated positions. You can use for placing folded underneath your head, or you can lay over top of the body, of course, for a little bit of extra coziness when you're in relaxation. So a gentle restorative practice with minimal props. We'll get started laying down on the back. So go ahead and stretch out on your back when you're ready. As you're stretching out on the back, you may like to have a pillow tucked underneath the knees, a blanket or pillow underneath your head. And I do always encourage as well that in relaxation, you may also enjoy having some kind of a light cloth to place over the eyes, whether an eye pillow or a light fabric. So as you're settling in, as you're making your way to that first reclined Savasana position, I'll remind you that this practice is your practice. So always honoring what your body needs and considering my instruction as invitations to explore, but knowing you can trust in yourself and your body, finding your medicine. So go ahead and rest into stillness. Perhaps the eyes close down. Begin to notice your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose, if that's comfortable. And welcoming the rise and fall of the belly and the chest as you breathe. And as you pay attention to the breath, it may start to deepen and lengthen and slow down. Welcoming a natural and relaxed flow of breath. And allow awareness to start to settle into your body and your being. Letting go of the events of your day or the events of the outside world. As awareness turns to your inner space. Scanning to notice what is present. What sensations may be felt in the physical body. What emotions may be resonating or vibrating within. And can you welcome physical and emotional sensation without attaching a story or a label? Just starting to slip into a state of feeling and sensing without judgment. The flow of the breath, creating space to feel and to be here just as you are. Filling our inner space with compassion. non-judgmental self-awareness. And as you rest here a little longer, also welcome the nervous system and your overall state of being. With a steady awareness of breath, perhaps each exhale a little longer than your inhale. You're sending a message to the nervous system that now is a time to relax, to cultivate a natural state of balance and harmony. And as you rest here for a few more breaths, you may also invite in an intention. An intention is like a positive seed that you're planting in your subconscious. And as you plant this seed within yourself, your intention, what medicine are you cultivating for yourself? Give thanks and then let it go. Dropping it into the pool of your practice, knowing it is supported and there's nothing else you need to do. And let's wiggle just the fingers. Wake up the hands and let one hand come to rest on the belly and one hand onto the heart or the solar plexus. Noticing the touch of your hands. Offering warmth and compassion, the arms, the hands like extensions of your own heart. Feeling the rise and fall of the breath, these steady waves of inhale and exhale. Knowing that even as we start to invite in gentle movement, we'll still be cultivating relaxation. So you can wiggle your toes, gently wake up a little. And as you're ready, you can let your knees bend and then draw your knees in towards the chest, wrapping your arms around your knees, the back of your thighs. And gently rocking, little side to side, massaging your back. Bringing one hand to each knee, let's make a few gentle circling movements with our knees, opening out to the sides and spinning gently back in towards each other and then opening back out and spinning back in and continuing here. Round and round movements. You can change the direction as well. Until you're ready to pause with the knees open apart. Bring the soles of the feet together and then reach the arms through between the knees to hold the feet or the ankles or whatever is available for you. Pausing here in what's called cobbler's pose, letting your breath move down into the lower back, the belly, the hips. We'll release, let the knees float back together. Bring your hands around just the right knee or the back of your right thigh And then let your left leg extend out over the earth, over the mat or the pillow. A little flex in the left foot if that's comfortable. Pausing here with the right thigh coming gently towards the chest, and breathe. Nourishing breaths flowing in and out. And then letting your right knee open out towards the right side, we'll reach for the right foot with the left hand. So we're holding the knee and the foot with the two hands, and you can do a little rock here from side to side. And pause with the heel drawing gently towards the belly and the right knee open to the side, sort of an upside down pigeon pose. Breathing into the stretch, maybe felt around the right glute or piriformis and hip. From there, release hold of the foot, draw the knee to center, and stretch the right leg up to the sky. Make a few gentle circles with the right ankle in each direction. And then with the right foot flexed, let the right leg slowly lower down to meet the earth. Pausing there, settling in and feeling the effect. Beautiful. Let's extend the right leg and bend the left knee into the chest. So hands around the knee or the back of the thigh, right foot flexing if that's comfortable. A few breaths here, feeling the belly expanding on the inhale and softening on the exhale. From there, this left knee opens to the side, and reach for your left foot with your right hand. So you have one hand to foot, one hand to knee, and a little bit of side to side rocking here. And then we'll pause with the heel of the left foot coming towards the navel and the knee open to the side, sort of an upside down pigeon pose. Breathing into sensation. And gently we'll release that with the knee coming to center. Stretch the left leg up to the sky, a few circles with the ankle, left ankle in each direction. And then with the foot flexed, gently lowering the leg down to soften and settle here. Releasing and letting go. Noticing if there's asymmetry in the body or maybe a feeling of balance, and just welcoming whatever is here. And for this next movement, if you do have a pillow under the knees, you can just slide it off to the side. And we'll be bending our knees with the feet on the earth. And then reaching for your elbows or forearms with your two hands, making a little box shape above your chest. A flowing twist, let your knees fall to the right as your arms move to the left. Let the head roll to the left as well. Inhale, coming up through center, and exhale to the other side. Arms moving right, knees falling left, head moving right. Inhaling to center, exhale, twisting. Knees and arms in opposite directions. Inhaling to center, exhaling to twist. Moving side to side with your own pace a few more times. Beautiful. The next time you come to center, pause there. Let the arms soften down. Let the inner knees touch with your feet just a little wider apart than hip distance. Feet on the floor, resting here. Hands can come onto the belly or the hips as you feel the breath moving down low in the body, knowing that nice deep breath helps to calm the nervous system. We will be transitioning up to seated, so you may like to roll to one side and then press up. Take your time to come up to a seated position. When you're coming to sit, you might like to sit on top of a pillow or a folded blanket. Legs can be crossed or extended, whatever feels comfortable. Allow the spine to lengthen up tall. You may keep the eyes closed if that's your preference, or just a very soft gaze. And we'll do a few gentle movements from seated here to warm the spine. Let's start with an inhale, letting the heart lift forward, drawing shoulders back, tailbone up. Exhale, the spine rounds back, tucking chin and tailbone under. Breathing in, the heart lifts forward, tailbone draws up, shoulders draw back. Exhale, spine rounds back behind you. And you can flow here with your breath, feeling the gentle opening and awakening of your spine. And the next time you pass through center, pause there, sitting tall. Let's roll our shoulders a few times up and down and around. And roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do a few sun breaths. Inhale and sweep the arms up to the sky. Draw the palms together overhead, and exhale, the hands come down to the heart. Breathing in, we'll reach our arms up to the sky. Breathing out, our hands come down to the heart. Follow the flow of your breath now. Perhaps welcoming the spaces in between each breath, those momentary pauses at the top and at the bottom of the breath. And the next time the hands are at the heart, pause there. We'll interlace our hands and press the palms forward, rounding your spine back. Feel the back of the heart reach behind you. Inhale, let the arms lift up high to the sky. We'll release just the right arm down to the side and extend the upper body and the left arm over to the right in a crescent moon. Feeling both sitting bones rooting downward, and the feeling of lifting and lengthening over towards the right side. And breathe. And let's float up and over to the other side. Left arm comes down, right arm extends long. Breathing here. Floating up, releasing the right arm down beside you. We'll cross the left hand over to the right leg for a twist. Breathe in to lengthen, and breathe out to gently spiral towards the right side, turning from the waist up to the heart, the shoulders, and the head. Breathing here. And softening back through center, we'll cross the right hand to the left leg, left arm at your side. Breathe in to sit tall. Breathe out to rotate gently over to your left side. And softening back to center, pausing here, perhaps closing down the eyes, finding your breath, receiving, noticing what is present. We will transition over onto our hands and knees so you can make your way to adjust into tabletop. Bringing hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Feel free to pad underneath the knees. A blanket can come in handy for that, or you can fold your mat. A few rounds of the cat and dog movements. We inhale to lower the belly, lift the heart, the tailbone, and the crown of the head up. Exhale, round your spine, tucking your chin and tailbone under like a cat. Moving back and forth, inhaling, the heart lifts, tailbone lifts, crown lifts. Exhale, round, tuck chin, tuck tail. Press up through the back of your heart, flowing back and forth, guided by the breath. And then pausing the next time you pass through center. And we'll come into a posture called the puppy stretch. In puppy, we keep our hips up over the knees, and then we walk our arms forward until they're about straight, letting your chest and your head come down towards the floor. Hips are still up high in the sky. Here, creating some spaciousness around the heart, the shoulders, the upper back. Breathing and softening into gravity. And let's gently start to rise up, walk the hands back under the shoulders. Take another few rounds of cat and dog in your own time. And pause with the spine neutral. Into a child's pose, we'll widen the knees apart. Bring the big toes towards each other and sit back, hips towards heels, bowing down towards the earth. As you come down, if your head needs support, you can use your arms stacked to prop under the forehead, or the arms can stretch forward. Let's breathe in through the lower back, and then out through the heart center. Breathing in through the lower back. Breathing out through the heart. We'll stay in child's pose with the lower body, but we'll lift the upper body up just enough that you can walk into a lateral stretch like a crescent moon, letting the arms and the spine curve over towards the right, letting your upper body drape over the right thigh, like you're forming a C shape through the whole left side body. You may feel your left hip reaching gently away behind you as you breathe into the spaciousness in the whole left side. And let's walk our way through center and to the other side, draping over the left thigh, arms and upper body walking over towards the left, creating a crescent moon or a C shape through the right side, maybe your right hip reaching slightly back behind you. And we'll walk back through center and gently lift yourself up from your child's pose back to the hands and knees. From here, we'll be slithering down onto the belly. So you can go ahead and slither onto your belly, and we'll meet with the hands tucked underneath the shoulders. The elbows tucking into your sides. For a baby cobra, ground through the tops of the feet, squeeze the glutes, inhale, lift the heart, the shoulders, the head. Baby cobra, so you're not using your arm strength to lift up. And actually, let's lift our arms and stretch them back behind us for a nice variation where we can reach out through the arms, fingers to the back, behind you, and then let your legs float up as well. Lifting the legs, reaching back through the toes and breathing. Now release down and turn your left ear to the earth. Into a restorative style pose, an iguana, you'll bend your right elbow, bringing your right hand to the earth with the palm down, creating a sort of cactus shape with your right arm. From there, letting your right knee bend and then glide up along the floor towards your right side waist. You can always slide a pillow or a blanket underneath the right knee if that would be more comfortable as well. And make any little adjustments here. Bent right knee up towards the right waist, right arm bent with palm down to the earth, and left arm resting at your side. Settling in here and feeling your belly relaxing against the earth as you breathe. In this position, we bring the heart and the belly down to Mother Earth, honoring this connection like an umbilical cord. Letting your breath also move into the lower back and the hips, creating space. And as you rest here, notice the subtle moments of release, the subtle moments of softening as you relax a little more. And let's take a few more breaths here. And we'll start a transition to the other side, bringing your right leg to extend back behind you, switching the position of your head. As well, bringing the right arm to your side, right ear to the earth, right or left knee bending and gliding up towards the left waist, left arm bent like a cactus arm. Softening and melting with any little final micro adjustments. And settling in to the pull of gravity. Once again, welcoming the belly and the heart to make this connection with the earth. Moment by moment, inhale to exhale. Noticing the subtle moments of relaxation, the subtle moments of softening, as if any tension you may be holding is draining away, melting into the earth. And let's take just a few more breaths here. And gently we'll let the left leg extend back, bring the head to center, and we'll adjust to bring our forearms to the earth in front of us, coming into a posture called Sphinx. So in Sphinx, we want to align the elbows under the shoulders and the forearms out in front. So common misalignment that I see in this pose is that people have their hands under their shoulders here. But what we want to do is slide our forearms forward until your elbows are stacked under the shoulders. You can also reach the fingertips across to outer elbows to help measure the distance. And you can also choose to do this position with the palms together in front of you if you wish. And then let the shoulders drop back, the heart lift and the spine lengthen. Belly, legs, and hips softening into the pull of gravity. Perhaps eyes closing down or resting the gaze softly upon one point. A feeling of spaciousness in the chest and the heart. Tuning into your heart, noticing what is here in your heart. And trusting that there's room for whatever is here in your heart. Let the breath create space. And just another few breaths here. We'll slide our hands under the shoulders and gently press yourself all the way up. And back into a child's pose. So you can let the knees widen apart, the arms stretch forward or tuck underneath the head. Feeling the breath expanding across the back of your body, from the lower back to the back of your heart. You're welcome to stay where you are, or if you'd like to bring in a threaded needle child's pose for a few breaths, what you can do is lift up just enough to thread the right arm under the left. Right side of the head comes to the floor, or your left arm tucks under the side of the head. Either way, letting breath flow into the shoulders and the upper back on this side. If you're in that threaded needle, you can switch sides, bringing the right arm forward, left arm threads underneath, left side of the head to the floor, or tucking your right arm underneath the head is an option too. we'll gently unthread the left arm and come all the way up. From child's pose, we'll meet in a seated position. You can bring the soles of your feet together and the knees to the sides. Sitting up nice and tall, a few gentle pulses of the knees up and down if you like. Letting the knees soften and perhaps a few gentle rolls of the shoulders. Now we'll inhale, draw the shoulders back and down, and exhale. Breathe in, lengthen a little taller. Breathe out, start to bow gently forward and down, just as far down as feels nourishing in your body. Breathing into sensation, perhaps around the hips, the low back, the inner thighs. Letting the mind relax as you stay connected to the breath and sensation. And we'll rise, letting the spine grow tall, pausing upright to feel the effects, welcoming what's here. A little stretch for the neck, letting your right ear soften towards your right shoulder. Breath moving into the left side of the neck. Welcoming any little micro movements as well. If you'd like to point your nose up or down, make any gentle explorations. And we'll lift the head up and over to the other side. Left ear towards left shoulder, staying there, or some little micro movements with the nose. Gently lifting the head up through center. Taking another few breaths to pause and receive, just as you are. Good. We'll draw the knees in together and we'll make our way down onto our backs. And for this next posture, if you do have an extra blanket or pillow, you might have it nearby. You might use it, you might not. And we'll come down onto our backs. From there, stretch your arms out to the side like a T position with the palms up. Knees bent and feet on the floor. At first, bring in a gentle sway of the knees from one side to the other. Good, and as the knees pass through center, pause there and into a spinal twist. First, lift your hips and your lower back up, and then scooch them over to the left side a few inches, lowering them back down. So you've just moved your lower back to the left. From there, we'll let our bent knees start to move to the right side. You might feel yourself rolling to the outer edge of the right hip. The option to slide a pillow between the two knees or under the bottom knee for a little bit more support. The option to let the head turn towards the left side. Making any other little adjustments that help you to find comfort here, to find ease in your stillness. And returning to the breath. Gentle waves of respiration captivating the mind's attention. So the mind that so often moves into the different directions of thoughts and worries and events can reside here in the present moment, guided by the breath. Noticing if there are any areas of clenching or holding in the body, and inviting a softening as you relax into the support of the earth, even just a little bit more. And taking a few more breaths here. And bring the head to center and let the knees float back up. The feet to the floor as you do that little shift of your hips and your low back over to the right side a few inches. From there, the bent knees lower towards the left. Again, bringing in any little adjustments, wiggles, micro movements, maybe sliding a pillow between the knees or under the bottom knee. Perhaps the head turns towards the right side. So you can invite in any little adjustments that help you find comfort and ease. And then settle into relaxation. Flowing waves of breath, rising and falling. Noticing the subtle moments of release, the subtle moments of softening and melting, any areas of tightness or gripping, releasing a little more. And taking just a few more breaths here in this twist. Gently we'll bring the head to center and float the knees back up, shifting your spine into a straight line. Here you may like to hug the knees into the chest and rock a little side to side, massage your back. Taking your time now to explore any final movement, any final posture, expression that you feel called to before we settle into final relaxation. You might be ready for relaxation as well, so know that you can take your time to be completing any postures or movements, or you can take your time to start reaching for any props that may help you to settle into stillness a little bit more deeply. So if you are settling into Savasana, when you're ready, you might put a pillow underneath your knees. You might even put a folded blanket under your head or another pillow under your head and get cozy, maybe a blanket over top of your body or any extra layers, socks and long sleeves or eye covering. making yourself comfortable whenever you're ready. And as you're settling in for this final relaxation, making any micro adjustments to support your comfort, let your eyes close down. Begin to welcome a feeling of relaxation. Softening and melting. As you welcome the support of the earth beneath you. And welcome the feeling of the spaciousness of the sky above you and the air around you. Allow each wave of breath to carry you to relax and let go a little more. Each wave of breath carrying you to a state of stillness and relaxation. The body relaxing. The mind relaxing. The nervous system relaxing. The heart radiant, shining compassion and love throughout your entire being. And as you rest here, this state of relaxed awareness, notice the natural balance, natural harmony that is here. Trust that your being is integrating whatever needs to be integrated, nourished, and healed. And trust that your being is letting go whatever needs to be released. You are, of course, welcome to continue your relaxation for as long as you need. If you are ready to transition and wish to find closure in the practice together, then you're welcome to start to emerge with a little wiggle in the fingers and the toes, or a gentle stretch that comes through intuitively, taking your time, knowing there's no rush. You may wish to roll to one side and pause in a fetal position for a few moments, giving thanks to yourself for taking this time. When you're ready to come up to seated, you can join me sitting upright. Take your time to find a comfortable position, perhaps crossing legs or extending legs, sitting tall. Letting your hands just rest palms down on the thighs or the knees. Letting the eyes close down. And being present with the feeling of breathing. The sensation of the air entering and leaving the nose. Notice all thoughts dissolving into the breath. The mind spacious and clear. Resting within a natural state of awareness. A natural state of presence. And we'll bring our hands together at heart center, palm to palm. With hands at the heart, heartfully consider this practice as an offering. You may even direct this offering towards someone or something that you'd like to offer the fruits of the practice to. As we complete our practice with the sound of Om, you're welcome to join me in 3 Oms and 3 Shantis for peace. Taking a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace to all beings, from our hearts to all hearts. And you may let the head bow down to your own heart, bowing to your indwelling spirit. And the light in me honors the light within you. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here, for joining in on the practice. It is an honor to share in this way. So please do consider sharing the video and the channel to those that you think may benefit. Comment any questions or inquiries or reflections, or send me a message. And subscribing as well is very much appreciated. So thank you so much, and be well. Namaste.